check, check. Mic check. Are we good now? All right, good. Sometimes this headset will, for some odd reason, just go completely out. Maybe I should just use the headset with my cord rather than this one. Hey, what's going on, Diamond Samurai and Ziggy and N Flint? Welcome to the stream. You guys know I did this the last time when the Whole Cake Island pack came out. Today we're going to be trying out the Worst Generation pack that just released that has Diaz Drake, Killer, and Mad Monk Urouge. And I'm going to try and compare them to characters that came before, such as Smoothie, Cracker, and Judge in the last pack. Now, unfortunately, this does not add anything new to the game, just like the last pack did, as far as missions and, I don't know, costumes or anything else that a grand majority of us were looking forward to. So it's just adding characters and that's it, which is quite sad because this is supposed to be, you know, the latest game in the series, and yet I feel like this is a bit of a step backwards. But what I'm doing is I'm actually just going through this mission, just trying to earn some extra coins, and then we're going to get some characters because I kind of want to max out all of their... I want to max out their moveset stats, so... I want to max out their moveset stats, so I want to get as much coins as possible in order to do that. I kind of spent a little bit of my coins and resources trying to max out both Cracker and Judge during the videos that I made for them, so I'm just running through this real quick. Get out of my way, boys! So let me just burn through this real quick. This is from the East Blue, so this is like on the easiest difficulty because I wanted to run through this really quick in time for me to go ahead and prepare myself, because first we're going to try out Drake and see how he is. But let's take out Drake real quick. We only need to get to 2 billion berries. So we'll just knock this out real quick. You're trying Drake now? Hey, Vito! What's going on? I've been anxious to play these characters. Does the DLC characters appear in battle? I have yet to see any characters appear in battle. I remember seeing that screenshot for urouge where it had him throwing his pillar at Cracker. And some people were saying that, oh, it's just another character that it's just another player that they're throwing it at, and they're making it seem like they're fighting Cracker. But I really want that to be the case where they actually add DLC characters as people you can fight, because that's one thing that the Whole Cake Island pack did not add, nor did any update actually add. So I'm really hoping that they actually appear, because I mean, why create DLC characters that you can play as but not have them be enemies that you can kind of fight? Like, it'd be interesting to fight Cracker as urouge, or pretty much just use Sanji to fight against Judge. I feel like the interactions would have been great, but they don't even have any specific character. Wait, dude, did they add specific character lines to them? I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute. I know someone was talking about that before. Who's my favorite DLC character? Well, since we have Diaz, Drake, Killer, and urouge added to the roster, I can't fully say who my favorite character is at the moment. I will say this, though. Out of all the characters thus far... Nope, they didn't. Oh, okay. Out of all the characters thus far, Smoothie is by far the strongest, because she has by far the largest range when it comes to attacks. And then it gets even bigger when she turns into her giant form. One of your videos has Cracker with Big Mom Pirates, and they treat Cracker like a generic officer. Like, no special dialogue, no special lines for fighting against them or anything like that? Are you serious? If that is the case, then that is just downright sad. On top of them lacking content for this game that makes replayability higher, too much money for Bamco. Vito, don't even get me started. You know how much I love One Piece. I love One Piece. It is literally half of my channel, which I am also happy to say. I finally had a video that surpassed my most viewed video, which was my Blackbeard video from Pirate Warriors 3 5 years ago. My Infinity Thanos from Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 finally surpassed that video. I finally have something that surpassed my most viewed video on the history of my channel. But it is sad that this game, which is supposed to be the 4th game in the series, cut so many characters, cut so much content. Like, we should have costumes, we should have a lot of content, we should have ways to make our characters stronger, because I still don't understand the idea of let's base character progression around coins. Let's not make it so that you have to play as these characters in order to level them. No, let's just make it so that all you need is just to gain coins and you level up characters that way. Sit down, Robin. You don't want none of this. You don't have enough hands to catch these medias. I love spamming this. I told you to sit down, but no one listens to Kyushu. But for this game, there's so many things they've done wrong. Sure, they added like a bunch of characters, but that doesn't make up for the fact that once you play as all these characters, hey, we did it! And we took out everybody in the process. Nice. Pirate Warriors 4 was less of a grind, but Pirate Warriors 3 is still more fun to me. And I feel it's still more fun to me because... Let me do this real quick. Even though it's not going to affect anybody, I still wanted to get the last special move in. But I feel like Pirate Warriors 4 is great to look at, but it's lacking substance. For all the things that they added to the game, to this game, and revamped, it kind of feels a lot of things are left out. Like end game content and stuff that makes people want to play after the story's done and after they've done all the missions. Sure, you could play the missions, but it gets repetitive. Ridiculously repetitive. Sure, Pirate Warriors 3 could get repetitive, but at least it was a fun repetitive and it wasn't so noticeable. Here, like many of us have already completed the game in its entirety and pretty much did every single thing the game had to offer. What's up from South Africa? Jordan Mayers, welcome. I always love it when people from different countries and different parts of the world always come to my streams. Good lord, South Africa, that's amazing. What's going on, man? Pirate Warriors 3 hit the repetition easier. Exactly. Sure, it was grindy, but at least the gameplay loop was worth going through. Here, the gameplay loop is bare minimum, the repetitive grind is noticeable, and it makes people less prone to play it as often. And I feel like that's a step backwards. And releasing these DLC characters doesn't exactly help the situation, because once you're done playing as these DLC characters, everything cool? Oh yes, everything is awesome. Everything's amazing. But the repetition, even after you play all these DLC characters, all they have to offer is just new characters. That's it. It doesn't add any variety to gameplay because they classified characters in different categories, and if you played one character, you kind of played them all. Played a power character, you just smash stuff and it causes large explosions. Played a technique character, they always have a gimmick linked to their triangle button. Played a speed character, they're always fast, but their power is not all that big. It just feels like most of their resources that went to this game, I feel like, I don't know if it's because of COVID or what, that caused this game to be released half finished. But there's so much more to this game that should be added that they just left out overall. But enough of my rantings. It only took me 13 minutes to get to this point. Time to test out these new characters. Drake, who is a speed type, so we should be running around here fast. Then you got Killer, who's also a speed type. And then you have urouge, who's a power type. So, no technique types, thank goodness, because technique types are by far the worst character types in the game. Save for Kuzan, and there's someone else with a good technique abilities. But technique characters are just bad in this game. But let's go ahead and play this right now. Let's go ahead and play Drake and see what type of skills he has. So let's go to the growth map. That's maxed out. Let's go ahead and get all his moves. All slots. And try and get our hands on all of his special moves as well. Dino Awakening, form changes into Allosaurus. Yes, we need that. And we need to loop all the way around. And looking at this form, looking at his map, he doesn't have any new passives that could be added on to the game that the game desperately needs. Good lord, this is so sad. I love One Piece and everything, but I know bad decisions when I see it. They know for a fact that we want more content for the game outside of DLC characters, yet we're still being denied the option to have that. Why? Why do you deny us this? I'll never understand it. I'll never understand the idea of, you know, less is more. And that's not the case when it comes to video games where you have a ginormously large roster of characters to play as. More is more. But I digress. What do I know? I'm no game developer. Diaz Rush, Diaz Zapper, then Diaz Hurricane. And I believe that's all of his special... Wait, is that all his special moves? Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there are 6, but that's still kind of... It's still kind of small. So let's get his attack up. And let's get his defense up. Since we're going to be finding strongest people in the new world, we're definitely going to need some defense. So I may... Hold on, let me switch to Killer and actually get all of his skills and see where I stand. Let's see where we stand when we get all of their special moves and special abilities real quick. I know for a fact that I got enough to get all of Killer's. Let's just get all their special moves and all their slots and all their basic combos. Let's just go ahead and get that real quick. Alright, so Killer has Gale Cutter, Gale Storm, Gale Shuriken, Kick Slash combo. Let's get all these moves. Increase the slots. I really wish that you could increase the slots even further just so you can change up the builds for characters, because we really rely a lot on Cheat Death and Undying and Hero Strength and Full Force Burst enhancements, and once you get into that niche for character builds for this game, that's pretty much the only thing you run with, because there's nothing else to run with other than that. I mean, the variety for builds for this game kind of goes down a little bit once you discover that there's a set type of skills to have on your characters that works well 100% of the time. And so with that being said, why would you try anything else new? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, Killer 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, Killer gets 9 different things. Drake gets 6. What about urouge? Oh, we're not gonna have enough to get all of his skills. Nope, we're not gonna have enough. I need to do some I need to do some corn farming. Some coin farming after we're done with DS Drake, so we can actually have enough to play as Urouge. But with playing those characters, we should get them. Special moves, purification of perception. CJ, what's going on? How you doing this fine day? Alright, so we got all the skills for Drake. Let's just set him up like we normally do. Cheat death. Power overwhelming. Let's get coin collector in there so we can at least start to get more coins back. Giant fist. Full force burst enhancement. And hero strength. And that's pretty much what we usually use. Doing pretty well, just made some apple fries. Did you miss much? Not really. I only played as Fujitora near the beginning because I wanted to get some coins to level up everyone's skills and everything. We're still running a little bit low, so we're gonna have to run through a couple of missions in order to get used to it. But we're about to see how these new DLC characters turn out. So DS Hurricane, DS Zapper, Red Flag Wipeout, enhances combination attacks performed using weapons, and this is just his full force burst. The next run we do with Drake is going to be with his form change. So, we're good here. Let's play. Alright, he's got a pretty long combo. Okay, so he has trap moves. Trap moves that can trap enemies in the middle of these in the middle of these multi-damaging moves, which is nice, because a lot of these enemies like to get away from you. Oh, wait. Okay, Drake, I see you. His launch attacks, when you're in the middle of a combo and you launch, it launches out a X shape that also damages nearby enemies as well, which is cool. I might die to Vista. Yep, I died to Vista. Might be the only person who nicknames Fujitora like that. I might have been better going off on a slightly less damaging, a slightly less dangerous mission. Maybe I should have gone to the Grand Line instead of the New World. That might have worked out a little bit better for me. Yeah, Vito, I know. I failed on that one. You know, with the benefit of hindsight. I mean, I can't be tackling the hardest difficulty if the characters aren't at their peak of power, so it kind of makes sense that I should have gone to Grand Line. Alright, let's find that version. Let's find that one. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, here's the Grand Line. Going up against the worst generation, no less. Highly doubt we'll have any spoken lines between them. Yeah, we'll just wait for that to pop up. So, with pretty much all the characters that have been revealed in the leak being confirmed, the last characters we're going to have is Okiku, Kinemon, and Odin. Which, overall, with all these characters that they've been showing off as DLC characters, I don't know. They just seem like off-the-wall random. Like, let's just have these random assortment of characters just pop up. Like, you got Smoothie, Cracker, and Judge. And then you just get Drake, Killer, and Urouge. And then lastly you get Kinemon, Kiku, and Odin of all people. Like, It just feels very random how they got them sorted up. I hate there's no extra spoken lines between themselves and other characters. Yeah, it's what me and Vito were talking about. It feels like everyone just feels, the game just feels unfinished when it comes to having that content that Pirate Warriors 3 had. Sure, that game was grindy, but it was a good grindy. Oh great, I'm fighting the Kainu of all people. And you can basically just spam these tornadoes always. Sure, you have like the trap versions that last a lot longer. Kainu, stop spamming me. That's why I hated fighting against you in Pirate Warriors 3. How are you gonna grab me out of the middle of my air combo though? But there's certain things like I could go on a rant on why Pirate Warriors 4 is a far lesser game than what it should be. But then this video would be an extra hour long. And I feel like there should be a special effect that happens when I'm spinning forward like that. Maybe like a shockwave or something while he's spinning. Okay, so sometimes it doesn't even bother to show up. Okay, I just want to see all his combos. So that doesn't even launch a slash forward, it just does it right in front of him. Alright, let's see some of his other moves. Trying to find that one move that is good against both armor and health, while keeping my health up at in the process. Like, look, what is the purpose of the combo meter at the top corner? What is the purpose of that? It literally does nothing. In previous Dynasty Warrior games and Warriors Orochi games, having a high combo meter had beneficial effects. Like, you had some skills that made it so that, hey, if you reach like 1,000 hits, your health is restored, your stamina is restored, your Muso gauge is restored. And there are even certain skills that made it so that, hey, if you reach a certain height, certain combo amount, hey, you can get like a defense boost, speed boost, attack boost. Here, the combo meter literally does nothing. There's no point to it because it doesn't tie into the level rating for the ratings at the end of a stage. It's just there for no reason whatsoever. It doesn't affect how strong your attacks are, and reaching the maximum amount has absolutely no benefits. Trust me, I tried. I did a whole thing with Doflamingo. I reached the maximum of it, and it did nothing. Alright, I need to be careful here before I get killed even by a pacifista. So, run away. I literally have low health, and even though I could possibly kill this pacifista, my defense is not at a place where that is a good idea. Saw another one of those ads with Mark Hamill and Patrick Stewart right here on YouTube, no less. They were for Uber Eats, not Grubhub. What are the odds that you're getting Patrick Stewart and Mark Hamill to star in commercials with one another? Though there are benefits to me being low health. There are big benefits to me being low health, like a damage boost, but it's still risky. It's still a risky playstyle due to, you know, some enemies can cheap shot you. Those ads are hilarious. I may have to check those out when I get myself some free time. I've been playing. You know what's sad? I've really been looking forward to this DLC pack, but at the end of the day, once I'm done playing as these characters, and then I make my individual videos, which I am going to make, once I get them maxed out and see how they stack up against like higher difficulties overall, I probably will be taking another break from One Piece Pirate Warriors again, because it's like the gameplay loop and the replay value, it's just not there. There's a lot of people, Swillo, myself, Vito, Tetsuo, a lot of people in Swillow's Discord. It's just like the game is just not there when it comes to being a greater sequel. It's just not there. So it's a good thing I got plenty of other games to keep myself occupied, because if all I relied on was One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 to be my sense of entertainment, good lord, I'd get bored real quick. Have I considered trying Other Side? I've seen that game. I've thought about it, but the gameplay loop just doesn't appeal to me all that much. Sit down, Fuji! Oh, I see. So being in this state actually does more benefits and more strikes. I wasn't noticing that before, but it is. I wonder if that special move is enhanced if I'm in his full force burst. Might as well test that out. Well, at least whenever Swillo has a stream and he's playing with people, we can have a whole squad full of people from the worst generation. Like, even more so before. More than likely, if I end up playing along with Swillo, I'm probably going to play as Capone. Just because not that many people play as Capone, because his overall playstyle is just slow, and he lacks some of the massive power that a lot of the characters have. That's another bad thing about this game, is there are characters who are just straight up bad, and you don't need to play as them because they are greatly outclassed by other characters. To the point where you don't even need to touch certain characters due to just how weak they are. Like, no one really plays Chopper. Why? Because Chopper is horrible. Chopper is trash in this game. The only reason I played as Chopper is because I wanted to handicap myself and just play and challenge myself to see if I could get through the game's hardest challenge with Chopper. And I succeeded, though with a low rating. But I managed to get through the hardest challenge with using Chopper, and it's like, well, that's a thing. That happened. Because Chopper is just too weak to be viable in later stages. Cavendish is pretty fun to play, though. I haven't played... You know what? The gameplay loop of this game is so low bar for me that I haven't even played as a good number of characters. I haven't played as Frankie. I haven't played as Brooke. I haven't touched Smoker or Tashigi whatsoever. Haven't touched Niji or Yonji. I have not messed with a lot of characters in this game due to just... like the what's the point factor. I don't know if it's just me, but it's like the gameplay loop just kind of killed desires to play as a whole bunch of other different characters because it just didn't resonate with me. He seemed like he was gonna be good. Yes, he's better than Tashigi, that's his selling point. But that's actually not saying much, because Tashigi, oh, they ruined her in this game. Wait, am I fighting Sengoku? I'm fighting Sengoku. No, you don't. You ain't gonna jump on me. do your ridiculously overpowered shoulder charge and then make me look bad in front of all these people. Get that health, because Sengoku is cheap. That's one thing that's sort of annoying about giant characters is they have 4 full bars of armor you got to break through in order to actually do some real damage to them. Sure, it added a little bit of strategy, but it's... Why are you tracking me so well? I gotta get out of here before Sengoku... What? Are you kidding? Are you kidding? How? It's because I wasn't paying attention, that's how. How you just gonna come out of nowhere? Well, at least I got some more coins I can use to level up Urouge again. Some characters are just straight up cheap. Like... Fighting boss characters, they get like a massive attack boost out of nowhere, and you don't get that boost whatsoever when you're playing as that character, which is annoying. Also, Logia characters are still annoying because, you know, you're hitting me in the middle of a combo, but I'm just going to change in mid-combo, even though I feel like characters should not activate their full force bursts if they don't have the animation, the proper animation to do it in midair. Don't just have Crocodile standing on the ground, and then you knock him into the air, and then he just resets himself in midair as if he's standing on the ground, and he just changes for free. If they don't have an animation to change in mid-flight, then don't give them that ability to actually do that in the middle of a battle. That's just cheap, and it's annoying, and it prolongs fights unnecessarily. My mistake was not enhancing my defense. Should have gone for full-on attack. Let me see if I have enough coins to actually upgrade Urouge. We do. Do I have enough to get over? Ah, not enough to get all of his skills. But enough to get his special skills. Thankfully, I got that. Literally, as you're talking about enemies doing full force burst in the air, Sentomaru does it on me. Good lord, ain't that annoying? Ain't that annoying? You got them at your mercy. Then, as soon as their bar fills up in midair, they just like, oh, we're just gonna T-pose right here, reset ourselves, and get ourselves like some increased armor. Don't you just love when that happens? I fundamentally believe that that's not good game design. If you make characters that are just... even from a basic gameplay loop, that just feels cheap to me. Like, I understand making the game so people can come back and continue playing, but don't do it at the expense of drawing out fights unnecessarily. They often go Logia in the middle of combos or whenever they have low health. Like, seriously, they even highlighted that in one of their old Twitter videos. Like, if you make a character go below their health, then they'll just go into full force burst automatically. How come we can't do that? Why is that only an option for NPCs? I feel like things that apply for one should apply for the other, but I digress. Alright, we still missing out on a couple of coins we can use to enhance ourselves. Oh, I hate this map. I don't like the interior maze map for Whole Cake Island. I absolutely hate this map. No, we are not doing this map. And you know what? Maybe I should just do this on a completely different stage. Maybe I should just do all these on East Blue just so we can run through these characters and just see how they are, rather than me trying to take on the harder difficulties from the get-go. Once again, my mistake. Like I said, guys, I just woke up a little while ago, so the cognitive sections of the brain is just catching up to me. In terms of, don't do that. Feel the same about the inner Ennie's Lobby stage. Oh, good lord. Ennie's Lobby. It is easy to get lost in the Ennie's Lobby stage, especially since it has multiple levels, and it can say, like, hey, an enemy's right here, and you go to where that enemy is, and then, nope, turns out it's on the lower floor. You're just in the wrong spot, and then it took you some minutes just to get to that one point, and you got to rerun around again, and if you're trying to get, like, a fast time, you got to know exactly where every single place is. That can get annoying real fast. I used to love that stage in Pirate Warriors 3. I used to love it I loved it as well because it was one level. You didn't have to worry about there being 15 different levels to go through in order to get from point A to point B. Like, I love the Dressrosa stage. I love the Paramount War stage. I love the wide open stages of this game. The closed-in ones I can do without. I could never play one of those stages ever again, and I would feel like I'm not missing anything at all. Because closed-in spaces is not good for a game where you're supposed to be having big over-the-top attacks and fighting a bunch of enemies at once. Closed-in spaces is not good for that. I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but closed-in spaces in a Musou game is literally backwards. Supposed to be wide open areas with over-the-top attacks and multiple enemies all at once. That's what it's supposed to be. And now we got closed-in spaces like Ennie's Lobby or the Whole Cake Island interior for whatever reason. So I'm not a fan of closed-in spaces. And it's actually bad when they mix in closed-in spaces and wide open environments. Like you have the Marineford stage, where it's wide open on one side, and then it has like the narrow alleyway passageways of the other side of the base that you have to navigate. And for big characters like Kaido and Big Mom and pretty much anyone else who can change their size, those stages are annoying because you can't navigate in some areas. Like, try navigating in those narrow spaces as Dragon Kaido. You can't do it because it's annoying. It's annoying how narrow those passages are. Okay, this feels much better. Wait. Hold up. How did no one get hit by that? No one got hit by my special whatsoever. Everyone who was standing there beforehand was still standing there after the attack was done. It's actually a holdover from the Samurai Warriors games, the enclosed area stages, that is. I'm still not a fan of closed-in spaces in a game where you have attacks that can cover a wide range and multiple enemies can spawn in at once. Because not only does it become hard to see what's going on, but also you just get bunched up and it makes movement that much more difficult. I really do need to be doing more of these moves. Okay, so they literally gave him his ground combo in the middle of the air. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you normally don't see the same moves cloned on a character in a mid-air combo. So they kind of should have, I feel like they kind of could have done something different than that. And not just, oh, let's just repeat the same move he did on the ground in the air. That's just how I feel about it. I feel like they could have done something different with that. But let me see about doing this again. Like, I did this right here. Alright, now it hits. What was that before? Why didn't it hit before? Like, the move where it embeds itself in the ground and it does multi-hits on enemies and hits them, it didn't do anything the first time, but then the second time it works out just fine. What was that? That's a pretty good air move, I'm not gonna lie. It's actually pretty nice. Need to be trying out all these moves because I want to see all the special things that they can do. Nami is mine, even though he had a hard time with Nami when he first saw her. Wait. Hold up. I'm just now noticing that. I'm playing Drake, and the big pirate that just jumped into the map is Drake. Wait, what? So whom do I think would win between Scar and Implosion Man? I got my money on Scar. Implosion Man is good, but if you block that head, he's pretty much useless. Whereas Scar, I mean, he's fought people that can literally reshape the ground. So I'm not really worried about Scar. I guess this is the inner struggle of DS Drake fighting against his... fighting against his inner Zoan. And that takes care of that. I don't know why, but capes are the coolest thing to wear ever. I feel like it is. Just don't do it near any turbines or anything that can snag or catch onto it. We've learned our lesson from The Incredibles. Capes are very bad for people to wear. Ever. Because every person we've seen with the cape has pretty much died. So while capes are cool in any other universe, in the Incredibles universe, don't ever wear one. Because more than likely, it will lead to your death. No capes! Alright, so seeing as how he goes into full force burst and enhances all of his moves. Which is quite nice. Mr. Incredible versus Homelander. Alright, Drake is at his strongest when he's in full force burst. Like his square triangle, or his C1, or is it C2? His C2, I think. You could just spam that. And it covers such a wide range from the get-go. Which is extremely good in this moveset style. Like, it's crazy how good this actually is. Like, maybe I should gear him towards the triangle attacks, because that attack by itself is really, really good. Six, what's going on? You change your name again? I feel like it. Why am I getting debuffed by Bartolomeo when Bartolomeo isn't even here? Like, seriously, look at this move. And since speed characters, you can literally spam this. It's really that good. Wow, you just keep spamming that over and over and over again. It's actually quite broken when you think about it. Not enough to get me to 2,000, but we're getting there. There are so many skills. Pardon me. There's so many skills I would add to the game to increase, you know, build diversity and make playing as some characters a lot more appealing. Like, I would have a skill that's tied to the combo meter, like I was talking about earlier, that makes it so that the higher your combo goes, the more benefits you get, like increased attack, I don't know, increased cooldown for special moves. Even though there's already a skill that makes it so it charges faster, maybe a higher combo count will cause the move to last even longer, on top of like the resilience skill that increases the length of your full force burst. Sit down, Pika. Is that fake Luffy on my team? No, that's Crocodile, Capone, and Marco. When we defeat Pika, that ought to be the end of the stage. Then I'll switch over to his Allosaurus form just to see. Yep, there we go. So his special taunt is him just folding his arms and then making his weapons magically reappear in his hands. But I would add a skill linked to the combo meter. Reaching a certain combo gives you like an attack boost, a defense boost, health boost, stuff like that. There's perks and skills like that in the previous Warriors Orochi games and all that. Oh, I never played Power Warriors 4. I thought fake Luffy was playable. Oh no, there's no fake characters in here. Alright, so we pretty much tried out all their moves. We're getting some coins here and there, which will go to Mad Monkey. Mad Monk, which I don't know why, but they keep calling him Mad Monk with the D serialized off to the side like he's actual D. He's not a D, but Lubu in One Piece would be cool and interesting to say the least. He would most likely be a hockey master. I feel like the equivalent of Lubu in One Piece is either Whitebeard or Kaido. Whitebeard in terms of infamy, and Kaido in terms of tenacity. But actually, you know what? I think it may be Whitebeard because Lubu has a massive halberd and Whitebeard has a massive Pacento, and they're kind of similar in design, even though they're two completely different weapons. So I feel like Whitebeard might be the Lubu of One Piece. Alright, let's run through that again, but give ourselves some different skills to see what Drake can do. And let's go ahead and switch out. Since this is the easiest difficulty, we don't need to worry about cheat death, so we can actually put something else different in here. Square attack. And triangle attack. And coin collector, I'm going to keep that so that way we can boost our skills up a little bit. But let's trade out Diaz Rush with Diaz Assault. That's 4 stars. trade out full force burst for form change, normal attack, square, and triangle. There's no additional combos, just square and triangle. And then Diaz Zapper, unleash a massive cross-shaped shockwave from the air, attacking enemies in a wide range. Your Whitebeard build is pretty much impressive. I almost always S-class whenever I play as him. Whitebeard is by far the best character when you just want to destroy everything and just S-rank everything, because he's that good, his range is that good, his attacks are that good, and he's very seldom seen as a difficult character to master, because you just go in, smash, get out. That's how it is. Alright, so we already did Diaz Rush. Well, actually, you know what? This is all we have. This is all we have. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things for Drake, so literally just running through this second time is all that we have. I probably should have changed my costume as well, so it looks like his New World costume. I should probably do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna change his costume before we do this mission again. Whitebeard is OP even in this game. Yes, he is. He is. And he's also massive. In previous games, he was only like a couple of feet tall, like maybe the same size as Kuma. In this game, he's a literal giant. Which is good, because that's how Whitebeard is supposed to look. Alright, let's go for Drake's New World look. And then we'll do this again. I don't like the fact that we don't have a different costume change for Killer. We don't have his pre-time skip look, yet we can get the pre-time skip look for Drake. Never understood that. But, okay, this is the Kuroda Coliseum. No, this isn't a good map. I need a wide open map. If I'm going to be playing as a giant dinosaur, I don't need to be enclosed in spaces. Why can't they let us choose maps? That would change up how we play this game so much. Just being able to choose a map. And the thing that makes it so slow is that there are wait times in between. This is water 7. But I feel like it may still be too narrow. Okay, I'll do this one. It's not actually that bad, but I would have preferred a much wider open space. Me personally, I would have preferred that. But in other news, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting closer and closer to November, which means closer and closer to Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, I'm going to embrace my inner John Wick. I'm looking forward to that game. Good lord. I have full faith that CG Projekt Red is going to give us a fantastic game this year. Also, the Video Game Awards are going to be happening on Thursdays, December 10th, so I'm looking forward to that. Speaking of dinosaurs, I just got done watching DBZ Abridged Cooler Movie and finally got the reference of Akira Toriyama. Alright, form change! He just spawns in. And Buggy's out of here. You can dash as a dinosaur. Dinosaur dash. I can't believe I'm doing mid-air dashes as a giant dinosaur in One Piece. That is a sentence I never thought I'd actually say. Okay, did y'all see that? What kind of range did they give? How is it that his dinosaur form has... Okay, Drake's form change has just as much range in special attacks as Smoothie does. Okay, we need to go dinosaur again. I kind of want to see that again. I need to see that again. And then just skip a frame and he's already in his dinosaur form. So there are actually different combos. It just doesn't list them. It just says normal attack 1 and then triangle. Even though different characters with form changes actually show, hey, you can do these amount of combos here. I'm with you on the map selection. I also wish that this game had the side changes that made other Musou games have. So did I. So do I. I was looking forward to this game being the epitome of Pirate Warriors, being the greatest game ever, and unfortunately, it's just not. So let's get up here real quick before my change runs out. I probably should have just added on a form change extension. But if you do this move, there's massive range. Like, it's so massive that I can't even see it. The Great Pirate Drake appeared. Okay, we got an imposter again. Just showing up out of nowhere. There's only room for one Drake up in this piece, buddy. You used to call me on my den day. Going dinosaur again. Let's play as a dinosaur. Isn't that how Tekken says it? Being defeated by roaring. Ain't that something? Chopper was defeated. Is anyone even surprised at this point? Chopper is by far one of the worst characters of this game, so him being defeated is literally... Okay, he has... Okay, Drake's... Drake actually has big range when you're playing as his Allosaurus form. Alright. I feel like Drake is at his strongest if you're going to use his form change. Carrot is fun to play as in this game too. Yes, she is. She's actually quite good. She's one of the most speediest characters, and she can actually hit real fast, and the fact that her special electro attacks can stun enemies, it's actually really, really good. Look at that. I'm about to go dinosaur again. If the camera didn't get too close because it can't handle being past a fountain, then you'd probably be able to see a lot of these moves easier. Never thought I would see a flying T-Rex. I know it's not a T-Rex, but... Oh, there's the imposter! Imposter! Look at that range! He's hitting everyone from the back. All the way in the back. I'm a T-Rex! Oh, Ivankov took him out. Okay, so I don't get that. I don't get that. Oh well. There are... It's just like one swipe in the air. I thought there was going to be like air combos, but I guess not. Hey kid, here you are again. Carrot attacks are just really weak, that's all. Yeah, that's the thing. Speed characters have like the ability to hit multiple times, so the DPS for them is only based on how fast you can actually get those attacks out. But at the end of the day, their attacks don't match much to the same characters who have, I don't know, who are power types. Because certain power types just make certain characters just overall better than other characters, regardless if that character is fast or if they have like a good moveset. If you're a power type, you automatically have the best moves for clearing out crowds. So even if Carrot is fast, it doesn't compare to other characters who are fast and power types. Like, I feel like that's the thing that they kind of missed the bar on. Why would you make archetypes that make characters weaker than other characters? Isn't the point of this game you're supposed to be overpowered to defeat multiple enemies at once? So why differentiate character power amongst each other? That's just going to make people not want to... I'm stuck. I am stuck. I am stuck. I can't even move. What is this? What is this? Why can't I destroy these buildings? Of all the buildings we can destroy in this game, why can't I destroy those? But I feel like rearranging character types into like speed, technique, and power, you automatically make a lot of characters weaker than they should be just by them being that type, and therefore make more characters more desirable to play just because they're that strong. Like Katakuri, he's a speed type, but he also has like the abilities of a... Went up again. He also has different moves that make him comparable to a power type. As soon as you go into his full force burst, he automatically just becomes a phenomenal, greatly phenomenal character compared to other speed characters. And sure, and like Drake for example, he's a speed character, but his moveset really shines when you use his full force burst, which enhances all of his moves. Or you use his form change, which gives him a much greater range. But other than that, their abilities and their skills and their attacks just feel overall hampered by the types that they are, unless you're a power type. Technique types don't even get me started, because there are at least 2 characters who are good technique types. Everyone else is just lackluster, to say the least. But that's just my overall opinion. I literally could talk about this all day. Usopp willingly went up against up to a dinosaur and fought it. Well, can't say he's a coward. At least he died braver than most. Like, see, enclosed spaces are not good when your character changes sizes. What is he doing? What is that? What is that move? Alright, let's change out so we can change back into it again. Only got a couple more people to fight. Cavendish! Hello! Alright, I didn't use a special move. Okay, this is really... Okay, this move is infinitely better than his move where he just throws an X across the ground. What was that? Who was that? Was that Cavendish? Cavendish, how dare you! Like, look at my combo counter go up. What's it do? Nothing. Then why are you messing with it? I need more coins. Seriously, you run out of coins so quickly. Resources is just... makes you want to grind, but the grind just doesn't feel worth it at the end of the day. This is a... never ran out of anything in Power Warriors 3. Exactly! Here, you can run out of materials and coins so quickly that... oh my goodness, they actually did the Ubisoft thing. Let's make it so that their upgrades cost more and more stuff so we can get them to play even more. The only thing that makes them different than Ubisoft is that they don't have the option to buy more materials in order to give us some upgrades. Can I play as Mihawk? He is good. If so, he is good. Mihawk is good. Yes, Mihawk is very, very good in this game. Kind of wish that they made his full force burst where his sword is charged at all times, because they still keep that mechanic where you have to go through his combo like 3 times in order to get like his best moves out. But I wish that they changed it so that his sword was always charged at all times in full force burst. Oh wait, we did it. I wasn't even paying attention. But Mihawk is really good in this game. Shanks is really good in this game, even though he kind of functions the same way as Mihawk. His basic combos, when you completely do square combos all the way through, they coat his sword in hockey and they enhance his moves. But you have to do that every single time you want his strongest attacks to go out, which can be quite monotonous. And that's pretty much it for Drake. We did all of his moves. We saw all of his special moves and special combos and all of his moves I'm just gonna call him T-Rex because it's easier to slip off the tongue that way. Playing as Drake's T-Rex form. I know it's not a T-Rex, it's an Allosaurus, but just for pity's sake, I'm just calling it that. Next up is Killer. Let's see how he compares to Drake. Drake actually has some good moves. That special moves I did beforehand, like in the last one, that's actually better than his X-shaped slash. Can I play as Buggy? I will after I showcase these other characters. And then it's Barney. Yes! Drake's Barney form. That's its new name now. Thank you, Vito. His Barney form. So Drake had attack 11. Killer has... not so much. I really need to go ahead and use the coins I have to give urouge all of his skills. So I'm taking priority with that. I'm using the coins that I have to enhance urouge all the way. I just wanted to know if you can play as these characters. Oh, yes! Yes, you can play as Buggy. You can play as Mihawk. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. Okay, so you got all the Straw Hats right here. Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Frankie, and Brook. Then Pirate 1, why would you name it this? Why would you just name it Pirate 1? Pirate 2. Marine. Other. Like, there's different classifications you could rearrange them in. But, yeah, Pirate 1, Whitebeard, Marco, Ace, Kaido, Big Mom, Katakuri, Shanks, Blackbeard, Barto, and Cavendish. Pirates 2, you have Law, Kid, Hawkins, Capone, Mihawk, Jinbei, Doflamingo, Crocodile, Hancock, and Buggy. In Marine, you have Akainu, Kizaru, Fujitora, Smoker, and Tashigi. Other, you have Rob Lucci, Kuzan, Sabo, Ivankov, Carrot, Reiju, Ichiji, Niji, and Yonji. And additional characters, which is where the DLC characters are Cracker, Smoothie, Cracker, Judge, Drake, Killer, and Urouge. So those are all the characters that we have presently. I think Yamamoto would beat Whitebeard in a fight, well, at least 60% of the time, but it wouldn't be as easy, most would believe. Yamamoto, he functions on a level where his body's just inhumanly strong, whereas Whitebeard has the advantage of being inhumanly strong and having the benefits of a devil fruit. Alright, let's go back to Urouge so we can get his last skills. There's still his 2 last skills down there. Wow, you can actually play as Tashigi. Yes, but she's far weaker than she was in Pirate Warriors 3. Like, if you were to watch Swillow the Panda King's video on Tashigi from Pirate Warriors 3, she is absolutely top tier. But here, they nerfed a lot of things that she could do in here, and she just feels hampered. She just feels half of what she was. Like, Tashigi was literally one of the top 3 people in the game that you could just play the game, and the thing about Pirate Warriors 3 is the options to dodge cancel combos created more combos that you could do. You can't do that anymore in this game because they introduced the stamina system. Why did they introduce stamina in a Musou game? I don't know. But it's here now and we gotta suffer. I'm sorry, I'm ranting again. Let me get back to the task at hand. Let's enhance his attack as much as we can. I only have enough to go up a little bit. The character I used to unlock everything in Nightmare Dreamlong at level 50 is gone. Okay, so the characters that are missing from this game are now Garp, Kuma, Anel, Magellan. I'm missing somebody. They cut somebody out of those 4 that are no longer here right now. Either one of those 4, I feel. Okay, I can get a little bit of a boost over here. Let's go and give him square, give him triangle. I don't really need to worry about health or anything like that because this is like the easiest. Perona. Wow, yeah, I forgot about Perona. And Gecko Moria as well. Why they got rid of those characters, I'll never know. I'll never understand it. Why? Why decrease the numbers of characters in a Muso game in the next installment? Oh, because we cut those arcs, so we don't need to have those characters. Well, if that's the case, then why... Is Arlong playable? No. All the characters you saw me go through 6 is all the characters we got. So a lot of people's hopes of being able to play as NPCs from previous games, yeah, we ain't got that. We ain't got that at all. Let me see if I can get another one. Increase smash attacks. Where's another move that can increase my attacks overall? Whitebeard has some crazy durability too, plus he's rather used to fighting against people who use fire and heat-based abilities. Though in his case, he can tank it a little bit, but he's not completely resistant to it. Let's just get something else where we can just mop the floor with everyone. Increase attack against minor enemies. And we'll get that. And special moves, Heavy Shockwave, Tornado Flicker, Massacre Soldier, and Godspeed Slice. Alright, so those are the moves we're going to use. Let's take note of this so that when we switch them out, we'll have a... No! This is the Whole Cake Island map! I didn't notice! Nope, 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 nope. I refuse. I refuse. I refuse to play in this stage. I hate this stage. I hate this map. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. You ain't about to get me with that again! This is a lot more manageable. Have these Discord notifications popping up. Thank you! Enemies with cannons will shoot cannons. Wow, I had no idea. And you know, some of these things that you can do against enemies are so negligible and non-noticeable that you don't even notice that you're doing it. Like, how many times have we fought against enemies with cannons and purposefully hit their cannonballs at them in order to launch them back? You just do it in the middle of a combo without even thinking of it. It takes it appearing in this loading screen for you to realize, wow, I didn't know we could do that. Because you're doing it so often, it just becomes negligible to you. You thought Dr. Disrespect died because of a YouTube clickbait video? Don't believe everything you see on YouTube. People love to do stuff for views. Okay, that's an interesting little moveset you got there. Killer just flash steps everybody. I wonder if this gets enhanced if I use his full force burst. Let's see! Okay, the versions that get shot out are the same version as him. Alright, I had already found a cheat. I done already found a cheat move, just spam circle and triangle. Isn't he from Kid's Crew? Yes, he is. I never... Wait, now I gotta fight against Kid? Oh, the hierarchy for captain and first mate. It's shifting. I would like to believe that he spins his blades to give him some propulsion when he's moving. I really need to be showing off these combos though. Alright, pretty good move there. Oh, so he actually has dialogue when you're going up against Kid. Looks like they actually listened a little bit. I never really noticed. Maybe I took things a little bit too far. Kid might get mad at me. Wait, what was that move? Something just popped up from Michael on the Avengers tab. Okay, shouldn't this pop-up move be like the first combo that you do? Like, this move right here, shouldn't that be the one where you pop characters up? Because I know in the mainstay of Musou games, they always have the first combo hit be a move that launches people up in the air. And I'm just now noticing that with them adding air combat to the game, they made it... Wait a minute. I'm sorry? Wait, Killer only has like one move you can do in the air? He's a speed character though. You only have one solitary move you can do in midair. That's it? That is sad. Nero, along with Nico, in the Resident Evil universe, fighting various zombies, BOWs, and bosses. How far would he last throughout all of the games? I figure he would last all the way through. I mean, it's Nero. I mean, he's basically Virgil's son, so anyone with the lineage of Sparta is going to last a long period of time anywhere, period. Just as long as they remember to never get bit. But then again, would a zombie virus work on a demon hybrid? I don't know. Alright, let's see some of his specials that he has. Wait, what was that? What was that? Disgrace to speed types, he has more than Tashigi. Right, because Tashigi doesn't have any combos at all. But wait a minute. Hold on, this is his shockwave move. That's it? Just a tiny little shockwave? That's it? I thought it would have more range than that. That's it. Little rinky-dink shockwave. I'm sorry if my face gets stuck like this, but I'm just bewildered. Did they not even try to make Killer fit his role as one of the members of the worst generation? They made us wait 2 months for that. Oh my goodness, Vito, you please don't drive it home for me. They made us wait 2 months for a character that has one mid-air combo and a shockwave that barely affects a wide space. $30 season pass, everybody. Well, I did say I would be the guinea pig for you guys to see, to let you know if it was worth your time. I'll give my consensus at the end of this when we play as all the characters. Wow. That's sad. Like, look at this shockwave. It only affects people that are in 5 feet in front of you. Who thought that was a good idea? Now I know how Swillow felt when he was playing the DLC characters for Fairy Tail. Now I'm getting the feeling of how that is. Vito, I'm so sad. There's other moves here. Okay, that move actually has wide range. What is the purpose of this shockwave then? You just showed me that I'm never going to use this shockwave move again, ever. It's so lackluster. Unless this move can just straight up destroy armor? I wonder, can it do that? Nope. Can't do it at all. Can't do it at all. Isn't that like 1 meter or less? Yes. In a game where you're supposed to be able to hit enemies over a wide distance, let's give this character a short-range shockwave move that only affects 7 people. What? I'm actually quite sad and angry at this moment. I'm sangry right now. What is this? Why would you do this to Killer of all people? Special's actually kind of good. It's got wider range, but this shockwave, never use it. Never use it. You're hearing it from Kyushu. Don't ever use this shockwave move, because I don't see the benefit of it whatsoever. So you can either just hit triangles, come straight to the ground, or just spin in, or just do a pirouette in the air. Doesn't lead to any new combos or anything like that. Most stands in JoJo can hit for at least 2 meters plus at minimum, which means that Killer has a far worse range than your average JoJo stand. Go ahead and get my full force burst again, just so I can see the rest of these moves. And they don't even have Killer's free time skip outfit. They got Drake's, they got Capone's, they got Kid's. They don't have it for Killer. They don't have it for Hawkins. They even got it for Law. And Luffy. And Zoro. But no, we don't do content here. Apparently that's the mindset at Bamco. We don't do content here, but hey, you remember Xenoverse from 4 years ago? Let's keep releasing stuff for that, because Dragon Ball. I will say this though, the distance in which you speed with Killer is actually quite nice. I'll say that much, but at the end of the day, it's still not saying much. We don't do content unless it's Dragon Ball. Haven't you noticed there's more content being released for Dragon Ball than any other game that's been released by Banco thus far? Sure, you got Shinobi Striker, but no one cares about Shinobi Striker. Sure, you have One Piece, but apparently they don't care about One Piece either. But Dragon Ball Fighter Z and Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, they're like, seriously, you get the Supreme Kai of Time in their most recent update. Loads of character customization, loads of different missions, loads of unlockables, loads of special skills your created character can use. In this game, and Xenoverse has been out for like, what, 4 years. They care about the One Piece mobile game. Apparently mobile is the only game that really matters. which in retrospect kind of actually fits because not everybody in Japan has access to computers, and so mobile games tend to be like the go-to games to play. So I'm actually not surprised by that whatsoever. Some computer and console games, sometimes it just doesn't resonate well with people, so they just stick with mobile all the time. But still, you don't take one of the biggest franchises in Japan and currently becoming one of the biggest anime franchises, manga and anime franchises here in the US, and you just hamper it. We are literally saying, take our money. We are willing to buy more content for this game, and you're saying, no, I will not do it, because I don't want to. That's pretty much their whole mentality right now. We are saying, take our money for more. And they're just saying, I don't know. I mean, what do we get out of this deal? Like, I'm sorry? Follow Bandai on Instagram, and the only anime games that are on there is Dragon Ball and Shinobi Striker. See? No love for One Piece. Even though One Piece is still ongoing and there's so much content you can have for it, no, let's just have all the different versions of Super Saiyan Goku and let that marinate for a while until we decide to make another Dragon Ball fighting game. But One Piece, it's fine. It's fine. They're just in their room on fire, just sipping on cups of tea with giant stacks of money. Like, it's fine. I'm going the wrong way. I'm over here getting fed up with the practices of Bamco and them not showing One Piece the love it deserves. And I'm getting distracted by the geography. They would care if it was Dragon Ball Musou. Oh yeah, they definitely care. They had the Ginyu Force, they had Janemba, they had every version of Vegeta and Goku. They would add everyone from the Tournament of Power, everyone from Resurrection of F, everyone from Battle of Gods. They would add everybody. But One Piece? Also, Killer should have been cutting into his sides with how close he had those blades to his body. I'm just saying. Look at this. Rinky Dink Shockwave. Someone was paid to make that a mechanic. Let that set in. Someone was paid money to make that move, and it was allowed to go past testing. I don't know what I actually expect whenever they release an update for this game. I keep expecting them to add new things to the game, but I guess that's not the case. I never paid attention to Pirate Warriors 3, Pirate Warriors 4, but Roshi just got put into the game last week. Yeah. Fighters are still getting tons of characters and content. But we get Jack! I feel like once we get this last bit of content, like the last characters, the last 3 characters for this game is just gonna go out on a whimper. Like, I could constantly still make content for this game, like make videos for this game, but it's just like, there should be more. Due to the unfavorable situation, Pika gears up for battle. Oh, you mean the situation where I just took him out before you could actually get that sentence out? Game is gonna be dead once Hyrule Warriors is out. Seriously, people are gonna be playing that game more than anything. If the next Hyrule Warriors game has the exact same, has this, they could make the same Hyrule Warriors game again, and people will play that more than this, because Hyrule Warriors, the definitive edition, I got that on my Switch. I really should get back into playing that more. But that game has so much. That game has literally 3 times as much content as this game has, and Hyrule Warriors was released way back in the Wii U days. And then they kept updating it, adding more and more stuff to it. You know what? I need to make an example. I need to make an example of you. Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on. Where's my Switch games? Just to put this in perspective, the game isn't even in here. Alright, so you see how small this little space is right here? There is more content packed into the game cartridge of this game that is this size than the entirety of Pirate Warriors 4. Ain't that sad? Ain't that sad? And we're still getting some more coins, so we can use that to enhance urouge a little bit. I saw you guys talking on Discord about how urouge has like a passive that makes it so he does more damage the more damage he actually takes. And I wonder if that actually stacks with the attack boost. I kind of brought that up a little bit during Discord in one conversation, maybe a day ago, maybe 2 days ago. So I kind of am anxious to see just how urouge is going to behave in this game. I heard about him a little bit, but I want to experience him for myself. So we're going with Killer again, because we still need to see the rest of his skills. Because we done already seen everything. So, Heavy Shockwave. Let this be known. Never use this move. Ever. Ever. Maybe that's why it's 1 star, because it's so trash. Okay, so we got Gale Cutter. That's a 1 star. Why should I trust any of these moves that are 1 star? Why even base moves on star ratings? You're just encouraging people to say, this move's 1 star. Never use that move. Use moves that are like 4 star or 3 stars. But Gale Cutter... Soldier Dance. Alright, and then Tornado Flicker. I don't know about this Gale Cutter. Yeah, they need to get rid of the stars. Seriously! Why give us moves that are based on a star system? Hyrule Warriors Breath of the Wild 2, Hyrule Warriors Breath of the Wild 2 and Spider-Man PS5 are the only games I need to play. I'm definitely going to be playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm going to be playing Cyberpunk. Looking forward to the Hyrule Warriors game. Technically today, isn't the Tokyo Game Show supposed to be going on? Hopefully we'll see some new games that could be coming stateside eventually. But Gale Cutter, Soldier Dance, Massacre Soldier, still keeping that, and Tornado Flicker. Okay, so skill set, power underwhelming. Okay, we'll just keep everything as is. Let me go over to Urouge. We got all of his skills, we got all of his stats, everything. Hyrule Warriors, Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Disgaea 6, and Nier Replicant Remastered, and Dragon Quest 11S. Mostly Switch games for me. Maybe I need to get myself a bigger memory card, because I think I'm running out of space. Maybe I should get like a 256 gig. Just to have like that massive amount of space. I need to stop using points in order to enhance my attack, because I really want to save that for Urouge. Alright, this is Water 7. This is not a bad place to fight in. Alright, let's see this Gale Cutter. Wow, how did that move is a 1 star, but it's better than a Heavy Shockwave? You go into the air, you hit people, and then you come back down. A lot more variety than what I just went through. And you know what? They really missed an opportunity to actually give killer moves, because you can go into the air with... You could potentially go into the air with Gale Cutter, and then just start off a whole string of air combos right there. But no. Let's just give Killer like 1 move in the air, literally defeating the purpose of air combos for certain characters. Why introduce air combos in the game if you're not going to let characters actually have legit air combos? Power characters should... Like, it doesn't make sense for some power characters and some large characters to have full-on air combos, but it's better to give them some combos other than just nothing at all in a game that introduces air combat in the game. Like Big Mom, she only has like one move. Whitebeard only has one move. Blackbeard only has one move. Like, you can't tell me you haven't thought about giving characters more moves to work with in the air. I don't know, maybe I'm ranting again. Like, wouldn't it be nice to just knock a character into a wall, bounce them off, and then chase after them, and then just continue the air combos? I'm sorry, this isn't Devil May Cry. I don't know why I'm expecting that level of versatility in combat. Alright, we need to try out some of these other moves, so hopefully I can get over to where these other characters are in this burst before it runs out. Probably should have stayed on the path I was, because that would have gotten me to this area faster. Alright, that's a good move for Killer. Oh, and Among Us 2, also excited for that. A lot of people have been playing Among Us a lot lately. Sword King is dead king. The new mode for the special edition is very Dynasty Warriors-esque. Can you imagine a Devil May Cry game done in the same style as Dynasty Warriors? That'd be interesting. Alright, I consider this move... What is this move called? What is this move called? Soldier Dance. I consider Soldier Dance to be Killer's best move, because it hits so much, it does a ridiculous amount of damage, and it hits over a wide range. That is his best move. That is his best special. Sure, you have this move, and it hits in front of him, but his Soldier Dance, that is the DPS king for Killer right there. Now, if only the rest of his moves could benefit from that. I'm sorry, I'm griping again. I wonder how I'm gonna be when I play as urouge. If his moveset is trash, oh, I'm gonna be upset. Because I've been looking forward to urouge out of all people. You know what I think? I feel like if you get like a gigantic piece of meat, just like in Pirate Warriors 3, it should replenish your bar of your special moves automatically. That's how I feel. You can't affect me with your debuff if I'm hitting you with after images. Seriously, it doesn't work if you do use it that way. Alright, at this point we've already seen everything that Killer has to offer. It's time to move on to Mad Monk, so let's go ahead and bring this to a close quickly. Isn't Urouge top 5, or at least he was King of Lightning jokes about? We'll have to see. We'll have to see how he is gameplay-wise. I'm not going to hold my breath, though. Actually, you know what? We don't even have to fight all of them. We can just fight all these guys in one spot. And if we soldier dance all these fools... Look at that combo counter! Your combo counter will disappear before you even see the maximum number of hits. Is Kizuru playable? I don't remember seeing him in the lobby. Yes, he is. And they kind of made him a little bit weaker. He's a sky type, which means when he goes into his Logia form, he just floats off the ground. But his attacks are just weak, I feel. Like a man who shoots lasers that explode like nukes doesn't feel that way. I was expecting them to give us bigger explosions and his attacks actually do a whole bunch of damage. No, it's just, you know, he's just there. Like, characters should feel powerful from the get-go, and adding skills to them should increase their overall power. You just don't get that feeling with this game. It's just like characters who should be ridiculously powerful in the anime and the manga just don't feel that way here. Akainu, he feels powerful, but I feel he can do a lot more. I don't know, maybe I'm just a glutton for destruction when it comes to characters that way. But I would love to be able to increase their character powers all the way to the point where I can just hit a button and an enemy just dies. I would love for it to be that point, getting to that point. Do you think they'll add Dragon into the game? They're not. They're not. If they cut characters, they're not adding anybody else. Especially Dragon of all people. We don't know anything about him. There's some characters I wish they would have added that we haven't seen in full force as well. Like, I would have loved to have played as Saint Goku. Would have loved to have played as Rayleigh. Would have loved to have played as Roger, even though it wouldn't have made sense in the grand scope of things due to the fact that we don't actually see him fight full force in the series as a whole. Maybe in a future game. Yeah, maybe if it's made by the same people who did Pirate Warriors 3 and by the same director who did that game, because I believe they changed directors for Pirate Warriors 4, and that's why this game went in the direction that it did. Has he ever even been in a One Piece game? Dragon, I don't believe Dragon has been in a single One Piece game. Due to just his status as a mysterious figure, we literally know nothing about him. Not even, we've never seen him fight at all. I mean, we have like the flashback of Sabo back when he was regaining his memories after he joined the Revolutionary Army, but it was just him dodging Sabo in the back. We never actually see him engaged in combat, even once. Not a single time in the entire series. Oh wait, I completed it. But hopefully, if they make another Pirate Warriors game, I hopefully they include every character that they've cut. They give us a lot more diversity when it comes to skills for characters. They make it so that characters actually feel powerful. If I'm playing as Kizuru, I should be able to just blow up enemies, even if it's on, like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense gameplay-wise. This man can shoot lasers that can literally blow up, literally exploding lasers. He should not feel weak at all, period. But here we are. Hopefully they'll give us a true One Piece Pirate Warriors game, because I can say with full confidence that this is not the definitive Pirate Warriors game. Pirate Warriors 3 is, but not this. All I know about Dragon is he saved Sabo, he's Luffy's dad, and he has a devil fruit. That's not actually confirmed. That's a big theory going around, but it is yet to be confirmed. A lot of people like to be steadfast in that theory, like, oh, he has a wind-based devil fruit, but it's not been confirmed at all in the story. Sure, people will say like a lot of theories that point to, oh, well, this happens in the show and this happens in the manga, but it has not been confirmed yet. But that's it for Killer. Time for the last one. Pirate Warriors 3 teased me with her being an NPC. Monet would have been useful, would have been cool to play as. But alas, here we are, where a game with a monumentally diverse world with monumentally diverse characters don't get jacked. And this is the 4th game in the series. I don't know, I stick with my ideal of when you make a sequel of a series, it should improve on what made the previous series good. That's how I feel a sequel should be for a game. You improve on what made a sequel good, or you don't touch it at all, so that it doesn't overall affect the gameplay of the game. Kuzan is overall stronger in this game comparatively. Yes, he is. He's actually quite strong in this game. Lokias as a whole, they feel stronger due to the fact that, you know, you're just full-on invincible. You don't have to worry about anyone knocking you out of that mode, because in Pirate Warriors 3, some characters were able to, you know, use their special moves to knock you out of your Kizuna Drive, which was the special mode you can be in to change forms. Here, you don't ever have to worry about that happening. Is overall stronger to... Oh, yeah, Kuzan is stronger than Kizaru in this game, and Kizaru is a man who can literally shoot out exploding lasers, versus a man who can just turn into ice. I feel like, comparatively, that is wrong, but, you know, that's just me. Alright, let's give him the best move. So we have Lively Dying. I feel like that is not spelled right. I feel like that's not right. Swing his weapon multiple times in the shape of writing. Oh, this is that kanji move that they had in that trailer. Swing his weapon with all his might, sweeping away enemies. This is 1 star. I don't know if that's going to be good. Around the heavens, full force bursts, and denial of obsession. Dashes forward, grabs an enemy, and slams them into the ground. I know Swilla was talking about this, how he has a grab move that can actually grab people in armor. So I'm kind of anxious to see how that turns out. Let's give him all the power, because he is the power type of this group. All the strength. All the power. Alright. This is Dressrosa again. Lots of buildings to destroy. Let's see how he does. He already feels sluggish.